Everybody, this is going to be my review on the latest bundle, the Season 74 bundle. It's the Quo Kattle ball and the Season 74 ball. I've never said that word in my entire life. It looks to me actually very much like Predator from the films. It's a cool looking ball. So we'll start by talking about this ball first. Obviously, a lot of people have been waiting for a P1 with quite a bit of side spin. So we'll start, we have the P1 with 2% needle. Needle's not a huge thing with this kind of thing, mainly a par 3 ball, but can be used in other instances. I have used this in other places, like it could be used on hole 1, for example, because we are still in the plus yards for that one. Precision 4, fantastic. Anything with precision 3 upward, in my opinion, if the statistics are pretty good, is almost a must buy. Then side spin 5, people have been waiting for this kind of thing because they've been running low, and obviously win 5. So let me talk about this ball. From an aesthetic point of view, I think the ball's actually very cool again. I do believe that they are getting nicer and nicer. What I will say though is the sort of dragon Quetzalcoatl thing looks to me like this ball will not be round at all. Looks like it's going to have bumps depending on how you center this. So that will be interesting to see. We'll get that in our grid lines, but that looks questionable, which is a shame. And the second shame is this. It feels like whenever a really, really good ball comes out, we get bundled up with something that I would class as a bag of rubbish, really. I mean, P5, win 4, not really going to get used too much. Very rare instances, to be honest, but we have a P5, side spin 2 needle, backspin boost 4, yeah, maybe CPC or something, side spin 3, and win 4. Statistic-wise, for me, I am completely uninterested in this stat. This does nothing for me, and I don't really find... If I had win 5, it would probably be useful, but being win 4 really strikes it off in terms of its relevance, in my opinion. But this ball does appear to be round, so it'd be nice if they switched that over and they had them both round, or perhaps they had the other one round and this one a little bumpy. But they're the stats, so let's get this into a tour play game and check out in our grid lines. Let's take a look at the new Quetzalcoatl ball in our grid lines. I think personally, because this is a little bit bumpy, so to me this sits almost perfectly in my grid box. But if you look at the bottom left, it's the bumps in the ball are hiding the teeth in the corners, which actually could prove to be a little bit of a problem with regards to knowing if you've got this in overpower or underpower. It's a shame really that they have done this to the ball. So I like the ball a lot. I think it sits perfectly in the square, but I don't like how these bumps can visually affect how this looks on the teeth around the edges. Take a look at our second ball in the bundle, the Season 74 ball. I would hazard a guess at this being absolutely perfectly round. Yeah, this is absolute classic of PD here. This ball's immaculate, it's perfect, but to me it's kind of useless, but it's a shame. Let me go back into the main menu and just mention a few last words about what I think purchasing amounts are worth and just my final thoughts before I wrap this video up. My final thoughts on the Season 74 bundle is the Quetzalcoatl ball and the Season 74 ball. Me personally, I've got some of these balls. I do use these on par 3s and I do find them useful. My account and some of my other accounts were actually lacking this statistic, but this is the point I'm going to get to. It feels a little bit like double bubble, where you're getting half the value for your money. And then secondly, the ball looks like it does have its flaws in terms of its bumps. So that's two things you've got to take into consideration. Unless you're a CPC player, like a hardcore CPC person, you might use this, you might find this useful, but I personally think if you're here for this only, you are paying twice the amount for this statistic, because essentially this one's just going to get stuck in your ball stash and end up getting used for neutrons or something like that in the end. So ultimately, if you need this ball, definitely get some. There'll be scenarios where we use 5 side spin. I can be sure of that happening. But like I said, it does feel like it's a shame where you purchase this ball and it's like you're going to be paying double, as the second one in the bundle is pretty useless. But it's not the first time this has happened, and it is a shame. So it's going to be your decision to make here. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll catch you all in the weekend. Good luck.